Lamar Jackson news, ladies and gentlemen. We have some serious information to discuss right now. I want to bring the news to the people how Lamar Jackson made all of the billionaire owners blink, ladies and gentlemen, and including Mr. Roger Goodell. Not only Steve Biscotti, ladies and gentlemen, but also Mr. Roger Goodell. This is something crazy. Obviously, we all know Lamar Jackson and his mother. You know, his dear mother closed this deal, ladies and gentlemen. It was unprecedented. Lamar Jackson is the highest paid player in the NFL. Make no mistake about the situation. With no kind of situation with basically he used his mother. He completely removed the agent. That was just unbelievable by Mr. Lamar Jackson. I don't be surprised if Lamar Jackson has just trailblazed a whole new crescendo in the NFL. Don't be surprised if you see some of the young up and coming players elect to move in that direction, ladies and gentlemen, because it surely netted Lamar, the right situation. He held out for obvious reasons we'll get into later. It's Flight Sports TV. You already know what it is. Peace and love to you all. We got some Lamar Jackson news to break to the people. I'm rocking with my man, All Access Dex in the building. Dex, what's good? It's Flight Sports. We need to talk Lamar Jackson.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the flock. You already know what it is. And Lamar Jackson, of course, we're still in a celebratory mood about the transition and the negotiation factors that surrounded Jackson and all of the kerfuffle that people were saying and the controversy about who, what, how, and when should Jackson go hire an agent and get the job done professionally. No, Jackson went opposite. He was polar opposite of all the kerfuffle that surrounded the way he negotiated. Now, once the signing of Odell Beckham came into existence, that alleviated a lot of disenchantment coming from the Jackson camp because they know Biscotti was trying to get the Ravens to flock in every direction. They wanted the Ravens to flock higher than the clouds. He knew that he wanted the Ravens to be better today than they was yesterday. And so the Jackson camp basically came to a coup d'etat and alleviated a lot of dismay and disenchantment between the two entities. Odell Beckham was a very, very integral part in Jackson acquiescing and coming down a little bit to make it work. Jackson didn't want to be the Damian Lillard of the NFL. Take all the money and then have no talent. So with his smart IQ, he knew, as well as his representation, that we can come down a little bit because we got Odell. We're getting ready to go heavy in the draft. We're going to let some O-linemen go. We're going to get some O-linemen. And listen, that was a brilliant move by ED because prior to everything of the signing of Odell Beckham, it was looking pretty bleak down there in Ravenland, down there in Be More Careful County. And once he signed Odell Beckham flight, eyeballs start to raise a little bit. Then he capsized the boat by giving Lamar Jackson buku money. I'm talking about the flock was all up in arms. I mean, it was pandemonium amongst the flock. And then they draft Flowers to match up with Andrews. I mean, come on, what else could you ask for? It seemed like this is scripted for the gods that the Baltimore Ravens should sail and sail high. Now, let's not get too carried away. We have to pump our brakes a little bit because there's some shuffling going on amongst the offensive camp. We already understand the receiver room is lit. But outside of that, you got to sew up that offensive line. You got to give Lamar Jackson the time he needs to missile those balls. Lamar Jackson can make every single chart, but he needs an additional 7 milliseconds this season than he had last season. Now, Queen, Ricard, some of those guys, they have to step up. Queen has looked like he's on his way out, but they did go get Voorhees from USC and an outstanding offensive lineman. He's no kin to Jason now, but he's going to be a killer out there once he gets his time to shine and rough up some of the edge that he's coming in the league with, because this guy is a monstrosity of a human being, and we all know that USC has been known as O-line university, along with Wisconsin, Ohio State, Penn State, and even to the aspect of Notre Dame. So getting the O-line from USC is where they need to go, because those guys over at USC, with that offensive line that they have produced multi-facet Heisman Trophy quarterback winners over there at USC. So this guy was blocking for a Heisman Trophy quarterback. So he will be a good fill-in for Queen once he gets on the free agent market fully, or if he get packaged up with someone else. Now, Rome has fallen. Rome has fallen, Flight. Roman is out. That empire collapsed on itself. Now they bring Moken, Todd Moken, and this guy is going to flare everything up. I mean, it's going to be fireworks on that tundra wherever the Baltimore Ravens sink their clinks in. So we're looking forward to everything that's going on. Big ups to ED, not the ED of old, because the ED of old was basically with the initial, with the acronym says erectile dysfunction. Now this EDC, the general manager of the Baltimore Ravens, get high praise, and he can be in line for an executive award of the year award, pending the outcome of the season. And listen, right now he's one of the front runners for what he did in the off season, because everybody is praising his work. DaCosta, big ups to you. I salute. Keep up the good work. And he already stated that the work is not done. There's other avenues that need to be addressed in the within the flock. So, Flight,
right.
We might be looking at a doozy.
You're absolutely right. All access, man. Last time we seen Lamar Jackson, he threw for over 22 yards. He had 17 touchdowns. He had 7 interceptions. He had a QBR, which was ninth at 59.1. You know, so it's wait till we see Mr. Lamar Jackson again. It's going down, ladies and gentlemen. It's Flight Sports TV. You already know what it is, man. Peace and love to you all, man. We're gonna be back with the people.